I know this exercise looks hardcore, but what are you working? In this video, I'm going to show you why you should retire the behind the neck lat pull down. So the behind the neck lat pull down is one of the worst exercises you could do for your lats. What I want to go through first is the function of the lat. I believe the better you know the function of the muscle, the better you know how to train that particular muscle. When you're dealing with your lat, what it wants to do is it wants to come up, protract forward, opening up through the scapula, retract and sweep down, and it can even wrap around your torso. That's the function of the lat. So you always want to try and find workouts that best fit that function. When you're dealing with the behind the neck lat pull down, firstly, you got to open up. Your lats do not want to abduct as one of its primary movements. So as soon as you start doing this, you start taking some of your lats out of the equation. And then look at the angle when you pull it down. Your elbows are pushing back away from your hip, versus if you look at a standard lat pull down, you're able to push your elbows towards your hip. And that's a great cue I love to give whenever you're trying to train your lat. It being a lat pull down or one arm row, you driving your elbow down towards your hip is going to give you a great activation of your lats. So because of that angle, you're not going to get a full contraction. And then you've lost a lot of the range where you're not going through that fully lengthened or the mid-range of your lats function as well. I want you to really compare. Do a lat pull down in front of you effectively. Tell me if you're able to feel this stretch and contraction in your lats. Then try and do a behind the neck lat pull down and really tell me what lat activation you're feeling. The other reason I don't like it is because of what you have to do with your neck. Now, I believe in effective training. Effective training means you're able to isolate the muscle better and keep you safer. And a large part of keeping you safer is what are you doing with your core and posture. I'm always going to pick exercises for myself and my clients that they're able to keep a neutral posture. So that way I know they're able to stabilize, their spine's neutral as well, which should decrease the chances of injuries. When you see people doing the behind the neck lat pull down, it is not a natural position they have to be in. They have to start pulling down on the neck or moving the neck forward just to try and get the weight down. That, when you think of the repetition and the weight you're using, that can easily lead to increased chances of injury on your neck or through your spinal column. Again, if we compare that to a traditional lat pull down, you're able to keep a neutral spine, proper posture, and still go through the movement, hitting the function of your lats, which again is going to make this a much more effective workout to train your lats. The other reason I don't like it is because it activates so much of your upper traps. Effective training, we are trying to isolate a particular muscle to train that muscle. You're probably working more traps than lats in this particular exercise. And my main issue with working your upper traps is we work our upper traps so much during so many different exercises that they become dominant. These muscle imbalances is a large reason why our posture's off, even for people that don't work out. And these muscle imbalances also leads to injuries because you have everything pulling you forward and you don't have any activation in your mid to lower traps that can help pull everything back. So you just adding another exercise when probably a lot of the other exercises you're doing, you're activating those upper traps. You're just making the problem even worse. If we look at this standard lat pull down, you're able to keep that chest up, keep those elbows forward, which is a better position for your shoulders, and drive down, keeping more tension on your lats instead of your upper traps. So for those reasons alone, I think the behind the neck lat pull down is easily something we can retire, and I don't think we'll miss it at all. Hopefully I've shown you enough reasons why doing your lat pull down is going to be much better in front of you versus trying to do a behind the neck lat pull down. But even using this standard bar, you are going to activate some of your other posterior muscles. You're definitely going to bias your lats though. But if you even want to put more attention on those lats and really focus on those lats, what I would do is use a close grip lat pull down. So if you remember what we talked about, that function of lat, how it wants to sweep out, protract, retract, and then sweep down. Because of the close grip, you're able to really fit that profile of your lats. So hold on, make sure you're locked in tight, lean back slight. I can protract, feel the stretch, retract, drive my elbows down towards my hip, fully contract those lats, and then go through the motion again. So try those different variations. Let me know if you're really able to feel your lats work the entire time versus when you're trying to do a behind the neck lat pull down where you're going to feel a whole bunch of other muscles and some lat activation. If you want more information on just how to do a lat pull down, we have a video up on the channel that you can check. And if you have any other questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you guys on the next video.